Comfort in career kills motivation. There's a silent trap that doesn't look like failure. It doesn't feel like failure either. In fact, it feels like success. You wake up at a reasonable time. You go to a stable job. You earn a decent salary. Your weekends are predictable. Your life is comfortable. And yet, there's a voice in your head you've been ignoring. A quiet one. It whispers, "This isn't it." Comfort in career kills motivation explores a subtle but powerful psychological phenomenon affecting modern professionals, the gradual loss of ambition once stability is achieved. In today's world, where career success is often defined by financial security, job stability, and work-life balance, many individuals unknowingly fall into a state of prolonged comfort. While this state appears desirable on the surface, it can quietly erode the very drive that once fueled personal and professional growth. The concept is rooted in human psychology. When basic needs are met and uncertainty is minimized, the brain naturally resists change and risk. This leads to a behavioral plateau where individuals shift from pursuing growth to preserving stability. Over time, routines become rigid, curiosity fades, and challenges are avoided rather than embraced. This narrative highlights how comfort creates an illusion of fulfillment. People may feel satisfied in the short term, but long-term consequences often include stagnation, lack of purpose, and unrealized potential. The absence of struggle removes the urgency to improve, making motivation feel unnecessary rather than essential. The story uses a relatable character to demonstrate how easily this transition occurs and how difficult it can be to recognize. It emphasizes that the danger of comfort lies not in immediate failure, but in the slow, almost invisible drift away from growth. Ultimately, the theme encourages awareness and intentional action. It reframes discomfort as a necessary condition for progress and positions motivation as a byproduct of challenge, not ease. The message is clear. Sustained growth requires stepping beyond comfort, even when life feels good enough. The illusion of success. Nobody warns you about this stage. We grow up believing struggle is the enemy. Work hard so you don't have to struggle later. Find a stable job. Play it safe. So you do everything right. You study. You sacrifice. You land the job. And for a while, it feels incredible. Because compared to where you were before, this is better. But here's the problem. Better is not the same as meaningful. And comfort slowly replaces ambition. Let me tell you about Alex. Alex was everything society rewards. Disciplined, reliable, smart. At 25, Alex got a job that most people would envy. Good salary, good benefits, clear career path. At first, Alex was hungry, stayed late, took initiative, learned fast, but something subtle began to happen. Not overnight, not dramatically, just gradually. The hunger faded, the slow death of motivation. It started with small compromises. I'll push harder next month. I deserve to relax today. I've already done enough. And Alex wasn't wrong. From the outside, Alex had done enough. But internally, something was slipping. Motivation doesn't die in a single moment. It dies in comfort. It dies when there's no urgency, no risk, no pressure to grow. Because growth requires discomfort. And Alex's life had become frictionless. The comfort trap explained. Comfort is dangerous because it doesn't hurt. It numbs. It replaces. Curiosity with routine, ambition with maintenance, dreams with stability. You stop asking, what could I become? And start asking, how do I keep this? That shift changes everything. Because now, instead of building your future, you're protecting your present. The psychological shift. Your brain is wired for efficiency. Once it finds a system that works, it locks in. That job, it pays your bills. That routine, it keeps things stable. So your brain says, why risk it? And slowly, your identity changes. You stop seeing yourself as a builder, a learner, a risk taker, and start seeing yourself as an employee, a specialist, a person who has it figured out. That identity feels safe, but it's also limiting. The dangerous plateau. Alex reached what most people call a good place. But here's what no one talks about. Plateaus are where dreams go to die, because nothing is wrong. And when nothing is wrong, nothing changes. Alex stopped, learning aggressively, taking risks, thinking big, not because of laziness, but because of comfort. The wake-up moment. One day, something small happened. A new hire joined Alex's team. Younger, hungrier, full of energy Alex used to have. And watching them was uncomfortable, not because they were better, but because they reminded Alex of who they used to be. That's when it hit. When did I stop trying? The hidden cost of comfort. Comfort doesn't just kill motivation. It steals time, potential, identity. Years can pass in a comfortable blur. You stay busy. You stay occupied. But you're not moving forward in any meaningful way. And the scariest part? You don't even notice it happening. Why people stay stuck? So why don't people leave? Why doesn't Alex just change? Because comfort creates invisible chains. Fear of losing income, fear of starting over, fear of failure, fear of judgment. And those fears feel bigger than the desire to grow. So people settle, not because they lack ambition, but because comfort makes ambition optional. The turning point. Alex had a choice. Stay comfortable, or feel uncomfortable again. And here's the truth. Growth always feels like risk. There's no version of leveling up that feels safe. No version of chasing potential that feels easy. So Alex made a decision. A small one. Not dramatic. Just intentional. Reigniting motivation. Alex started doing uncomfortable things again. Learning new skills after work. Taking on challenges outside the job description. Saying yes to things that felt intimidating. And something interesting happened. The spark came back. Not instantly, but gradually. Because motivation isn't something you wait for. It's something you rebuild through action. The truth about motivation. Most people think motivation comes first. It doesn't. Action comes first. Discomfort comes first. Effort comes first. And motivation, that follows. Comfort removes the need for effort. And without effort, motivation has no reason to exist. Breaking the comfort cycle. If you feel stuck right now, it's not because you're incapable. It's because you're comfortable. And the solution isn't drastic change. It's intentional discomfort. Learn something hard. Take a risk. Do something that scares you. Put yourself in environments where you're not the best. Because that's where growth lives. Comfort is not the enemy. But staying in comfort for too long is. Because the life you want is almost always on the other side of discomfort. So ask yourself, are you growing or just maintaining? Because one leads to fulfillment. The other leads to regret. The central lesson of comfort in career kills motivation is that stability, while valuable, can become a barrier to growth when it eliminates challenge and urgency. One of the most important takeaways is that motivation is not a constant internal trait, but a response to external and internal demands. When life becomes too predictable, the need for motivation diminishes, leading to stagnation. Another key insight is the distinction between satisfaction and fulfillment. Comfort often provides satisfaction, steady income, manageable routines, and reduced stress, but it does not guarantee a sense of purpose or progress. True fulfillment comes from growth, learning, and pushing personal boundaries, all of which require stepping outside one's comfort zone. The narrative also highlights the importance of self-awareness. Many individuals do not realize they are stuck because their situation appears stable and socially acceptable. Recognizing the signs of stagnation, such as lack of excitement, reduced curiosity, and avoidance of challenges, is the first step toward change. Fear plays a significant role in maintaining comfort. Fear of failure, financial instability, and judgment often outweighs a desire for growth. The lesson here is not to eliminate fear, but to act despite it. Growth inherently involves risk, and avoiding that risk leads to missed opportunities. Finally, the story reinforces that small, consistent actions can reignite motivation. Change does not require drastic decisions. It begins with intentionally introducing discomfort, learning new skills, taking on challenges, and seeking environments that demand more. In essence, the key lesson is this: comfort should be a place to rest, not a place to stay. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to get more videos like this.